Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
And this is now today's lineup.
A monster matchup,
Number 31.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
There's the whistle. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
This guy, Hudson-Odoi, is a fine winger in an old-fashioned sense. He tends to stick...
Shot, surely! Anderson. Now Foden bops him off it and wins back the ball. Hutchinson. O'Reilly did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And he's managed to get free. Doku puts the ball in. Anderson. Now Hudson-Odoi. That ball looks a good one. He's in a great position here. And the shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Yeah, I think he's a little annoyed with himself there, Peter, because he did pretty much everything right up to the end.
O'Reilly. Doku. Decent progress down the left. Foden. And here's Haaland. Chance for a shot! Same again, same outcome.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And we have our very first corner. That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Vardiol, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now this could be a chance, and it's Bernardo Silva. O'Reilly. Now it's Doku. Doku! The crowd reaction tells you just how close that was.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
So it is still 0-0. Played back into the centre. Great ball, and he's in here. Has a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Haaland actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Oh, this looks sharp. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's been shifted off it. Gibbs White, Vardiol gets a foot in here. Nottingham have reclaimed it. It's run loose here. He's in plenty of space here. Bullish header! They've got to be quick to recover this. Donnarumma trying to keep this in. Plays a sharp little ball here. That has ended up in no man's land. Nottingham deciding to turn to the long ball now. That is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but, you know, they can't just continue doing this and make it predictable. And importantly, they've got to look to win the second ball. If they do that, they should get right up the pitch.
Yeah, he really should. O'Reilly, Bernardo Silva, Hutchinson, and he cuts out the supply. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Good ball, good take. Decent chance! Oh, within an inch or two.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Bernardo Silva, spread out to the left, and he's picked it up out wide. Doku! Oh, just skips past his man. Hudson now Hudson takes a shot! He's delivered all right! Half-time imminent! What a time to score! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Anderson. Foden, out to the left it goes.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Doku! Sticks it away! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Goal!
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
And we've reached half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
And now,
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So we're into the second 45. That has been slung wide. Has a look and plays it forward. Ruben Diaz gets over and intercepts. Bernardo Silva, big chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Savona, Gibbs-White.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Hudson-Odoi. Showing good feet. He has found the way through. Gets into some space. He's got tall. And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Bernardo Silva. Foden. Doku. Doku. And here's Haaland. Oh, shooting chance! And it's a goal! He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better?
And he's had a hit! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. He's going for goal! Now, who's going to be first to this? He's keen, determined to have his say.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Punched away. Nottingham are looking to go forward now.
Match was 28,599.
It's made its way to him. Can he finish? He's scored! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
And now he has 2. So the lead now is 2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Foden. Bernardo Silva. Could try cutting inside here. Doku being hunted in packs.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
And the finish! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Hudson-Odoi deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Foden. Oh, outsmarting him this time. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Over to the left. That is good alertness. Hutchinson. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, it's an interesting move, this, Peter. It just gives opposition defences a very different challenge.
Number 21.
Vardiol.
Coming on the field.
Reinders.
Number 11.
That pass isn't the best.
Number 34. Einar.
And it's Bernardo Silva. He's found a way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. That's going up front in a hurry. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
He's got away. Great chance! They've done it! It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Number 3.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
He's on it, can he get away? Drives it, oh, what a... Oh, he's hit the bar! That's a good foot in there. And a chance! Oh, that could cost them.
He really didn't cover himself in any glory. His finishing let him down when he needed it most.
Foden. Ball played for Matheus Nunes. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Played out to the left flank.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Chance! Sensational from Haaland! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike.
Goal! After 87 minutes.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Now it's Haaland. Oh, that's neat. Goes for a shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That
is one way to stop him. Haaland, nicely spread. Cherki. Crosses it in here, and he shoots! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Quality ball. Not the most accurate pass. He's in space and looking for... Can he finish? Big relief, it just needed better contact. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Now, can they get him away? He's looking wide. Doku. Shapes to shoot! Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Haaland taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.